Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. And before we get started with the video, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, cut on your notifications, and hit that like button. Now, stay tuned for your feature presentation. Alright guys, well before we dive into it, man, let me recognize what you're seeing here on the screen. I want to give a shout out to Sports Gamers Online. I'm not going to really show you guys the article because my intention of showing this to you is I want you to go to their site and read their article, give them all the credit that they deserve, and I just want to, shine some light on them. Go support Sports Gamers Online if you haven't already. I mean, we are all aware of all of the other websites. Let's go support Sports Gamers Online. Those are my guys over there. Go check them out on their site. Great content, as well as check out their YouTube video and YouTube channel. But a recent video that they posted on this very subject, video is doing very well right now. Let's continue to support those guys. So like I said, I'm not really going to show you the full article here. My point is getting you guys to go over there and support them. Alright, so you guys want to know what my thoughts are on the college football possibly returning. Well, it would seem that they will be returning in 2020. It is Gridiron Champions, guys, and we all know where that came from. It's from IMV Gaming here, Immaculate Vision Gaming. We've heard about this a couple years now, and what I'm excited about is the fact that now they are seeming to go forward with it. They're saying here in the article that, they have some top tier investors that, they're getting funds or funded upwards to 10 million or more. Great. They're in talks with developers. As far as I know, the last thing I heard, and this was before this article, is that I think they were, partnering with Big Ant Studios, but I'm not really sure on those details as far as who they will be working with. I just know that they're in discussion and they have some investors. They're planning to move forward, and they have a release date set for 2020, as you can see, and they plan to be available on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. Great. Let me just start off by saying that this is great. Regardless of how you feel about the game, this is great that if they actually get onto these platforms and release in 2020, the great news is the fact that there's another football product. Understand what I'm saying right there. I want to be very clear what I'm saying. There's another football product. The same thing I feel about Access Football and all of these other companies that are making football games. It's always great to have more options. I don't want to get into that crazy cycle that I'm already seeing. All people are saying, oh, it's gonna kill this, oh, it's gonna kill that. Listen, I'm not comparing any of these games to the only football game we currently know right now that's in current development, which is Madden Football. It's not gonna be a comparison, and what I mean by comparison is I'm not looking at these games to go apples to apples. What I will be doing, however, is I will be paying attention to what Gridiron Champions is actually campaigning and what they do well. And when I see things that they're doing in that game that may not be done in Madden, oh, then you better believe the cross-reference is coming, and I'm using that as feedback. Same thing I'm going to do again with Access Football. They're campaigning their franchise mode. And just like here in IMV, like I said, you can go to their website to get more of the details and, the information in regards to the game, but they're also basically campaigning right now, building your own team, building your own, dynasty in terms of college. It'll be fully customizable. However, it will not be a licensed title in the first year. We already know that. This is what I've been saying ever since they've advertised it. And we all know how this community responds to unlicensed football games. There's always a very small pocket of people that support it, but then there's a large amount of people that will not. And we all see how that happens and how that goes. Okay? Again, go back and look at All Pro Football 2K8, produced by 2K Sports. You go back and look at Backbreaker Football, okay? As recent as right now, you look at Access Football, and they haven't grown to large numbers in the PC world. Hopefully that might change for them as they get on console. But my point is, you're not going to get me to fall into this whole, this whole cycle of being so overly optimistic and, waving the pom-poms and all of that. No, I'm not doing that until we have the product. Do they have my support? Absolutely. Absolutely. And shout outs to those guys. You know, I'm going to tag them in this video as well to let them know you have my full support. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. But you're not going to trap me, and I'm talking to the community now. You're not going to trap me into these conversations of what it's going to be and what it's going to kill and what it's going to take out. Because again, guys, the biggest hurdle that they will be facing is the fact that there's no NCAA teams. Think about the mass community. People like reality. Yes, we can customize everything. We've done that in numerous games. But that's all, you know, I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. I'm hoping they can get over that hurdle. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring to the table. This is excellent news. Now, again, that's why I put this in the title. Does this mean a return of NCAA football? Which would be even better. Because if something can happen with IMV, with Gridiron Champions, and they produce a solid product, and then, you know, big bad EA wants to get back into it, and somehow they find a way to work it out, and the NCAA, you know, the money situation there is clear and open to everybody. Let's just imagine then we have a game where there's IMV's Gridiron Champions. It might be NCAA Gridiron Champions, right? And then NCAA Football from EA. Then we'd have two games vying for the same customer. That's what I'm talking about. Right now, no. This is just going to be an alternative and another football game to play. But I'm not even going to fall into that trap of trying to compare it to EA, and I'm not doing that. But like I said, I will be looking for what Gridiron Champions does well. I'm really rooting for them to produce some solid things that we can pull from that game, and maybe we can poke the bear and say, listen, okay, y'all need to do this because you got a company here coming out in their debut doing this and you're not. So I'm ecstatic, guys, about the fact that football is back, but at the same time, I mean college football rather, but at the same time, I'm gonna have I'm not gonna be overly optimistic. I'm gonna keep my expectations very realistic here. You know, again, this game will be a first-time outing. All right, we don't have no idea what this game is going to be, how it's going to play, etc., etc. So we need to temper our expectations. At least I'm going to do it that way. We'll still support them, absolutely. You know, once we see what they have to offer and when the game is actually going to launch, because you know these release dates and things like that are always tentative. But I plan on giving them my full support. I hope it's a great game. I have no problem with customizing a game, and you know, even if it's just generic teams, I might be the guy that would just sit out there and play with the generic teams and rock out. I just like a football game to play. It's not as important to me to have the names, because I know somebody who I'm sure will create rosters if that's really that important. Y'all have seen me play every one of these games. From Backbreaker to APF to old 2K, old Madden. So I'm open. So it's good that there's going to be another game. I'm happy about that. But again, cautiously optimistic, guys, because right here, I'm just concerned for that company with it not being a licensed product. How well will it be able to attract those people who are really stuck on that? And then if you look right here, even with, you know, they got currently 1,300 players that pre-ordered since May of 2017. That's good. But I want to see if this community is really going to step up to the plate. Because we've seen that happen in the past before where the community doesn't necessarily support, okay? And the last thing I would point out here, ooh, $59.99. That is a tough price point to come in at. With it being that price, this game will have to be legitimate. If it's not legitimate, that could be a hurt. That could be something that could seriously hurt them in terms of, you know, massaging and wooing these new customers, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, finessing them on over to buy their product. It's going to be a tough sell, but we'll see. But all in all, this is great news. I hope everything comes out the way that they plan for it to go with the funding and whoever the actual distributor will be in terms of who will be officially backing the game. You know, I heard that they were partnering with Big Ant Studios, and outside of that, I don't know who else is going to be involved. I can only go off of what I know right now. And like I said, I'm rooting for them. I hope everything works out the way that they plan for it to work. All right, and I got to get out of here, guys, because you just heard my son coughing in the background. But anyway, man, I just want to give my 2 cents on that. Go check out Sports Gamers Online if you guys want to read the full article as well as, you know, watch their video. And that's all I got for you, man. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, cut on your notifications. And like always, man, I'll catch you in the next one. All right, until next time, let me know what you think. Peace.
La la la.